What's going on, everybody? Brad here, back for another Let's Talk Jurassic. I'm still getting prepared. I literally just sat down. But we are back once again. I'm sure we've got some returning friends in here. We probably have some new viewers, maybe. We'll see. Got to check the chat. And, there's probably some lurkers in there. If you're lurking, type something. I want to see you in the chat. But tonight on Let's Talk Jurassic, hopefully everybody can hear me all right. We are going to be talking. Oh, there we go. I always mess up the sound effect there. I don't know why it's always muted down there. We're going to be talking all about, we're going to give a quick mention to Jurassic World, The Legacy of Isla Nublar. They launched the Kickstarter. They launched it. It's out there in the world. We also have some recent updates from Mattel around the web. There's stuff all over the place, it seems like these days. I'm debating maybe showing a Lego set. We'll see. Let's see. Then we also have Generation Jurassic. So a lot to talk about tonight. And I'm going to try to keep it fairly quick. I'm not going to try to make this hours long, or anything like that. But I'm excited to talk about those things. But first, I want to check my audio. Is there any sound? I don't hear any music. Oh, I do. Okay. Listen, I'm just gonna chill do it. Yeah. All right. Cool. All right. So let's go over to the website here for a second. Let's check it out. All right. So this week on the show, on the podcast, the Jurassic Park podcast. It's the podcast that I've been running for a bunch of years now. We've got a lot of stuff about Jurassic, so if you're a fan of this kind of content, go over to, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, wherever you listen to your podcasts, download the show and or stream it, whatever you want to do these days. I don't care. But we have a new episode up there. So this one came out, Jared says no music. Oh, it just stopped for some reason. Did it? Oh, no, it's still going. What was I saying? We have a new episode out this week, and it's all about Jurassic World, The Legacy of Isla Nublar. I've played it. I have an interview for you in this episode. Plus, I tell you all about the festivities, everything that went down over in Hollywood. No music, really. Okay, interesting. Maybe I have it too low. There should be some music there. Let's see. How about this? What if I talk this loud? Hey, you guys hear the music good? I hear music. All right, so this episode this week is really, really fun. I had this episode for like a long time coming. And I was very excited to talk about the experience out in Hollywood. So finally put it all to a recording, put it out there in the world, and I also added an interview that the people over at Funko were kind enough to cover some stuff for us. They had video out there, they had pictures out there, all kinds of stuff, so we could create some content. Why am I choking? This is a great stream, by the way. Off to an awesome start. So we could create some fun content. You've seen Neems post some stuff already, I think. I don't know if Jen or Caleb have posted anything. But yeah, it's and our videos are coming. I just haven't had any time to edit anything. All right, so bear with me. But we have the episode out there, so please go check out the episode in the meantime. You can listen to it on our website, or like I said, any of these links here on the side of the website. Except for YouTube. You can't listen to it on YouTube. And then I have last week's video in there, our live stream with Jarrett. And then, of course, Tom Jurassic did a fantastic cinematic for Jurassic World Evolution 2. Very, very cool stuff. But I had so much fun playing this game. Maybe one day I'll do a live stream all about this. I probably should do it now, but we'll see. We'll see how deep we get into it. But let's go ahead over to the chat room real quick here. So I want to see what's going on over there. Let's say hi to some people. Is it just me, or don't these lives start at 5 previously? 5? No, they've always started at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I don't know. Maybe are you in California? Even still, it's only 6. All right, so not sure what's going on there with your time frame. Yeah, Danny here. Glad to see Lex gets a figure. Yes, finally. It's about time. Michael is excited for tonight's show. Thank you so much for being excited. Jurassic Edge. So many juicy topics. Yes, there's so many. What? You okay? What are you talking about? What are you talking about, baby beaver? I'm not sure. We got Jurassic Souls. Hope you're doing well. We got Jared. We've got Gabe. What's up, Gabe? Carl, how you doing? Danny. I said Danny. Hey. Jurassic Clark. We got Victoria Chan. We got Benny T. Cretaceous Dave, your Wednesday night home. No, this is my home. I'm in my home. It's not your home. Our homes are in different states. I'm just constantly moving this thing around. There we go. All right. So we got Steve here. Yo, Steve. What's up? All right. So Siaka's here. There's a bunch of people. Oh, thanks. Thank you so much, Steve, for the super chat. Travel fund should cover your next Tesla road trip down to Florida. Yeah. I mean, basically, that's what it costs, pretty much. But yeah, it was I'm still tired. I am still tired from traveling down to Florida. So if anybody is not aware, I drove down there with my wife. We drove her car. She has a Tesla, and we were stopping. Actually, she literally just texted me, I'm at a supercharger. So she is at a supercharger right now because as soon as we got home, she had to go drive up to work. So, and that's in New York somewhere. So I'm texting her back. But yeah, I had the chance to go down to Universal for a little bit. We went like one night, for like one night total, and stopped over for a few hours on Friday night, and then Saturday morning we stopped in as well. Friday I had the chance to go on E.T. We went on E.T. and then we went on Kong and Spider-Man on Friday night. And then we also saw like the Mardi Gras stuff in the studios section, and we hit up both parks. We have an annual pass, so I was just easily just going back and forth. And then Saturday morning, we actually went to Islands first, hit up Velocicoaster, got on Velocicoaster. It took about 75 minutes or so. It was posted at 75. Maybe it was like 70 minutes. But it said it was posted at 75. Took us about 70 minutes, but we would have gotten on a lot faster, but we decided to wait for the front row. We're like, this actually was only like 50 minutes instead of 75 minutes. So we're like, let's take a few extra minutes and wait for the front row. So we waited like an extra 15 minutes or so. I don't know how long. The math didn't add up, but had a chance to go on Velocicoaster. If you're going on Velocicoaster, you gotta wait for the front row. There's no other. The other rows are great. Don't get me wrong. The other rows are great too. But that front row, there's nothing like it. So please go wait for the front row. And thank you so much, Steve, for the super chat. Always appreciated. And let's see. Killing it. I guess I'm killing it. What can I say? Oh, look at this. Check it out. My other podcast, if you're not listening to my other podcast, which is all about theme parks, we've got Grinning Hosts, established apparently in 2018. So I've got shirts for that. And not for sale or anything like that, but we have shirts. So go check out Grinning Hosts. We talk all about theme parks over there. Charity can't wait to hear about Generation Jurassic. We're going to get to that. So why don't we go ahead and get into our topics here for tonight. So I'm going to let's go over to we're going to go over to our first topic, which is going to be Jurassic World: The Legacy of Isla Nublar. Look at that money rolling in as we speak. That's pretty cool. So this campaign went live finally over on Kickstarter. It's been a long time coming, it feels like. And you know, within 2 hours, or under 2 hours even, look at that, funded in under 2 hours, they hit their $100,000 goal to get this game kickstarted, backed, and it is ready. It's, you know, they're making it. I've played it. I've had that game in my hands. It's amazing. I cannot wait for everybody else to see this thing. At the current moment, there are no other rewards outside of a sleeve that is, or it goes around that box that you see there, and it's really, really cool. It's like a metallic sleeve with some slashes out of it. They told us that it was exclusive for Kickstarter when we were there, and look at all this awesome artwork. Oh my gosh. So honestly, I'm hoping, because they mentioned somewhere in here, we'll probably see it. Look at all this. There's a sleeve right there. So if you kickstart it for $120, I get it. Definitely steep, but well worth it. Well worth it. Somewhere in here, they might mention it. So here we go. Stay tuned for some Kickstarter exclusive surprises. Our scientists are working in the lab. So there we go. Hey, I had a chance to interview Ruby right there. That's Ruby. She is on this episode, not this episode, not this live stream, but Ruby was on the 314th episode of the podcast. Go check that out. But so I guess, like, you know, they let's see if there's can I see the updates here? I'm not logged in. I did back it. I backed it, guys. Don't worry. Okay, so it says we're listening. Kickstarter exclusives coming soon. So usually if you hit these goals, you know, with the amount of money and stuff like that, they'll kind of introduce different things, different stretch goals for you. It says the first day of campaign has been fantastic in so many ways, and we welcome and appreciate your feedback. We see that many of you have been hoping for more exclusives and rewards, something a little bit more special in the Kickstarter edition, above what's in the standard edition at retail. And you know what? We agree. We're here to listen. We care about our community. We put our scientists to work on crafting new Kickstarter exclusives, which we'll reveal in the upcoming weeks. So what's getting added? We have some fantastic ideas we're working on, but details and logistics need to be worked out and finalized before we are ready to announce them. These are several elements that need to be kept in mind for anything new. We'll be rolling these announcements out as soon as we have some better... I just made this part up, but we have some better details. They don't want to increase the shipping cost. I think that's like another $20. Let's see. And then they don't want to do anything to delay the game. Undeveloped content. Okay, that's cool. We don't want anything that's just tacked on. Like they said, and we do want anything exclusive to be finalized and announced during the campaign, which is done, I think, April 11th. So let's see, where is it? 18 days to go. Ends April 11th at 8 p.m. So they want to get all that stuff out there in everybody's, in the feeds here before that. So that's a good thing. What I'm hoping is that they give us like a nice little sleeve. So let me see if there's a picture of these sleeves. So up here, you'll see in this picture or this video, there's like these cool sleeves up there. You see, so those are your different missions or your different adventures. Each one of them is like, you got a tutorial, then you got, you got like 1 through 10, and then you got the finale. So I would hope that maybe they would include like an extra sleeve. You don't have to put it in the thing or anything. Just put it in the box that, they ship it in. But I would hope they would include an extra sleeve with artwork. I think that would be exactly what I want from this campaign, because I want to be able to, where do I click on it? Campaign. Oh, there we go. I want to be able to see this and put it on my wall. Like, how amazing is just this piece of art right here? Like, it is so, so incredible. And they don't want to boost the shipping costs and stuff like that. So I think like adding a nice little package, a nice sleeve of like a few different prints They can be small 8x10s, 5x6, whatever. But I think that would be really, really cool to see packaged away. You get cool stuff like this. Like, look at that. That Rex right there looks like the Kenner Rex. Like, that is amazing. That's so cool. I love this picture of John Hammond. How awesome is that? Like this, I am imagining right here that he is literally like at that thing that is in Lockwood's Manor, and he's like, oh, well, I think I might put this. That's the worst. I gotta quit the John Hammond accents. There you go, guys. Failed. Completely failed at an accent for the first time ever. The first time ever. I'm disappointed in myself. Anyway, John Hammond. I feel like he's at that, just placing down different things on that thing there. So this is so cool. Oh, there was something else I think of here. Look at how awesome that looks. Yeah, I know a lot of people have been wondering, and let me bring this up here. Jared said, do they have any plans for a Sorna expansion or campaign? No. I mean, no. But, they do go through all of the movies. So I have no idea. I have no idea what's in store for The Lost World. I would assume different dinosaurs and stuff like that and different characters. But the focus seems like it'll probably just be on Nublar. So I don't know what the storyline will be for your different adventures that you go through. So I'm really interested to see what plays out there. And Cretaceous Dave followed that up. Sorry, it's kind of hard to see these. But expanding on a legacy game is nearly impossible. It'd have to be a different game entirely. So yeah, pretty much, unless they... So what this game does have, let me see if I can find like a picture or something like that here. All right, here we go. So unless it's something like this where, there's kind of like a sideboard. So when a sideboard. So when you're playing this game here, while it's impossible to really expand upon this, what you're going to do while you're playing this is you get stickers, and you'll get a sticker for the visitor center and like a genetics lab, and probably other buildings that I'm not going to mention. But you'll put those on wherever you see fit, like wherever you want to put it. And that's up to you. Like it's your prerogative to put the sticker for the visitor center wherever you want on this board. Now you have to look out for like the velociraptors, which are up here. That's where the velociraptors will start. That's where the triceratops will start. This is where the T-Rex starts. And that's where the brachiosaurs start. So everything is nice and evenly spread out here. You do have two different dinosaurs in this sector. But it's nice and spread out. So when you go to put your buildings and stuff like that, you can throw them down there. So then once you have your building down, you basically open up one of these, which is these sideboards, these little game mats. It's just like another piece of paper, a nice rigid piece of paper that that you also bring your characters in. So once you land on the visitor center, that you then enter the visitor center or the genetics lab. And within these, you have to do different tasks. So you'll see up on the right, this part up here is like a mini game. So there's like little tokens that you put down on there, and you have to shift them around according to the direction that those arrows are pointing. So you see there's different arrows in each room, in the middle of those rooms. That depends on which way you decide to move those arrows up there, and if you move the entire chunk of tokens. It's kind of hard to explain, but I think I did a decent job. And you would move those across until you get a good pattern that you're supposed to be looking out for. Same thing in the genetics lab. You can kind of see it down there. There's like a pattern, the DNA pattern that you can see kind of underneath here. That continues all the way up the board, and you have to get it in a specific order to complete your task at the end of the match or the certain period of time that you have. And I I think maybe they could kind of enact something for Sorna like that. So maybe if they had some sort of, like, honestly, look at this already, is like that looks like a Sorna genetics lab. Like, I feel like that is like on par for what you would see. So I wonder if they'll enact something like that where, you basically will have some sort of game mat that'll bring you to Sorna, or maybe it's a bigger mat. Maybe it's like something that you overlay, or, I don't know. I have no idea. But I'm interested to find out. But I hope Sorna's kind of involved in some way. But at least we know we'll get all of the movies. You'll kind of work through all of them as you go along. And Dave, when I say that adding Sorna with a side card like that, I mean like not adding it. I mean maybe it's already in the game. Maybe we don't know about it because I didn't get that far. I didn't get to the Lost World yet. We played through, I think, 1.5 of the actual adventures, and we didn't get to Sorna, or we didn't get to the Lost World. We were still kind of embedded into Jurassic Park storytelling. So I don't know what they have in store for a Sorna, if there is anything Sorna related. But there could be Lost World style buildings or things like that. I don't know. Like one of these could say Worker Village or something like that. We don't know. Whatever's in these, these things here is a mystery. We don't know yet. And they're very secretive about what's in those. So I am very, very excited to see what's in there. But trust me, they have everything already planned out, everything already figured out. So I can't wait to see what is in store for us, because there's probably some really, really good stuff. If any of this is already, some kind of indication, there's fantastic stuff all on this board. Look at that, Jerry Harding. So yeah, I'm very proud to see Jurassic fans out there all across the world went pretty hard on this, and it is at $243,000. 2,449 backers with 18 days to go. That's wild. That is wild. I think that's really, really cool. I don't know what's in this video. Let's see. But, oh yeah, it's just that. Can I skip ahead? There we go. Oh, I had the chance to interview Deirdre. So Deirdre's on the episode this week. Look at all that cool stuff. Oh, there we go. But yeah, very, very awesome to see. Let's see what you guys are saying over here in the comments. Yes, Ruby is very, very cool. I loved chatting with Ruby. Ruby was kind enough to walk us through the game with also another employee over there, Adam. Adam and Ruby were like the masterminds behind a lot of this. So they were like, and Ruby kind of stepped in when some of the instructions weren't very clear to either Adam and us and our situation. Ruby's like, I got you. This is what happens. This is how you do this and that and that. So it was really, really cool to chat with Ruby. So, yeah, Ruby's cool. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, the artwork sold you immediately. Exactly the same. Has such cool 90s Jurassic vibes with the artwork. Really boosts my interest in the game. Makes the game itself feels like something that we would have been released around the time of the OG films. Yeah, and I think it's really awesome because it's something that feels brand new, yet covers all of the movies itself. So I'm very excited for this time frame. This time frame that we're all going to go through here with this game. So I really hope everybody out there has a chance to grab this thing. Do not miss the opportunity. I don't know how long it's going to be available for or anything like that, but definitely don't miss out, because I think this is a really fun and interesting era that we're about to go through with this game. And seeing all this amazing artwork and uncovering new characters, new things, new storylines, whatever the case may be. I'm really, really excited for this one. Jared says, how do you go about creating and releasing dinosaurs in this game? So in the game, you actually start with them. You start with 4 dinosaurs. So here they are, and there they are on their places. So when you go to set up the game, you make sure that you have, your characters are all at the helipad down at the bottom right here. And look at this. They put the park gate right there. They've got roads all over. Hey, roads over the mountain. I guess that's possible. I don't know. I never thought about a road over the mountain. You've got barriers that you can set those barriers up to protect your dinosaurs or yourself or whatever. There's a genetics lab right there with roads in between. You've got goats around the island to kind of be literally like sacrificial lambs. More characters. Who's that? Who is that? This is interesting. I don't really know what this gameplay is because I don't know who that character is up there. Got Sarah, it looks like, over here. Who's this? Some construction guy? And Dr. Wu. And yeah, so you got all your dinosaurs already out there. As far as unlocking them, I don't want to say anything I'm not supposed to yet, but I don't think it's, as you're going, oh, look, let's see. Oh, it's Dr. Ellie Sattler. Okay. It just didn't really look like her from up there. Oh, come on, scroll. All right, yeah, I saw Dr. Ellie Sattler right there, Dr. Sarah Harding. So I think they're just mixing up some characters here. But when you're going through the game, depending on if you pass or fail, and let me go back up here. So up here is these things called consequences, right? Right there. On the other side, you can see the black side has numbers. They go from 0 to 2, I think. And, if you get 5 or more, I think you just lose. You lose that part of the round or whatever. But at the end of the adventure, you kind of calculate a lot of things. And depending on your calculations, you might or might not be able to add dinosaurs to your next upcoming round. And there's a bunch of things. Look at that Woo's creation right there. You got Woo creation, you got carnivores, herbivores. So it's pretty cool. And I don't know. That was the only way that we added dinosaurs, and I don't think there's anything in here. No, I don't see anything there about... take a look at these. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it's much of a spoiler, but at the end of your adventure, you just calculate different things, different aspects of the game that you just went through, and it'll tell you what kind of things you can unlock. So just stay tuned for more information on that. But that's how you go about adding new ones to the game. Thank you, Dave. I want to see the fallout between Hammond and Lockwood as part of the game, and possibly a different geneticist if it wasn't Wu that made Maisie. Yeah, I think that would be awesome. I think that would be really, really cool to see. I would venture to guess that Lockwood is in this. I would assume so. From what I've played so far, I have not seen him. But I'm not going to say who I did see. But I have not seen him yet. But that would be really, really cool. I wonder if he did get introduced, where would he get introduced? At what point in the story? Because so far, the tutorial, which is set before Jurassic Park, no Lockwood. You would think he would maybe be in that range. Even the setup of the park, and still didn't see him there. And I went a little bit into the next one, and we didn't see him there. So, I don't know. And different geneticist. I don't think I saw one of those either. trying to think. I don't think there was any new characters. Maybe there was. I don't remember. At some point, we had to stop like taking pictures and stuff like that while we were playing. But I don't think there was anything else that I saw outside of this one right here, Alejandro Solano. And that was a cool character. I was like, you know what? I got to be that character the first match. So I was. Actually, the first few. It's available for kickstarting, for backing. So you can go ahead and purchase it since it did actually, make the goal. So you'll get this at some point. But it's available right there. Just go ahead and back that project. It says it right there. Just click on this thing and back it. Alternate timeline with JP4 hybrids. I mean, I don't know if you're going to go that far, but certainly Woo's creations in there will be, I would assume, I think there's 2 of them. I think there's 2, so I would assume Indominus and probably Indoraptor. But who knows? Who knows? When we were doing the interviews, which you can listen to on our podcast this week, I think Ruby, was it Ruby, I think, who was really into like Camp Cretaceous and stuff like that. So they were very well versed in like their Camp Cretaceous knowledge. So I wouldn't be surprised if a Scorpius or something like that ends up showing up at some point. But who knows? I have no idea. We did not talk about Generation Jurassic yet. We'll get to that in a little bit here. I didn't see him, but I wouldn't tell you if I did. No, I would tell you if I did, I think. Did I say that? No, I didn't see... No, I was truthful. I didn't see the guy. If I saw him, then yeah, I probably wouldn't tell you. But I'm being truthful. I swear to God, I did not see him. Yeah, I did not see him. There was a construction engineer woman, right? Yes, Alejandro Solano. Let me see if I can find a good picture here. I know I saw the character right here. Alejandra Solano. So each of these characters has like a cool trait. Healer, hunter, head scientist, architectural knowledge. So, and then John's was actually really, it says in your hands. So when we played, Neems was John Hammond for a lot of the time. Caleb was Dr. Wu, and I think Jen kind of swapped between Robert Muldoon and somebody else, maybe Harding. And then there were other characters that, we kind of swapped between. But I'm not going to say who they are. Not Lockwood, though. It was not Lockwood. But what was I going to say? Okay, so when you have Alejandro Solano, the new character, the new character doesn't have to just jump into the building through the entrance. So when you're moving your characters, you have 2 chances to move. Okay, so, and I think each move is like 2. Each action. So let me say it in the right words. You have 2 actions. Okay, so each character has 2 action tokens, and when you use those, you can do different things. There's all kinds of different things that you can do. There might even be a picture around here somewhere. I don't know where it is at the moment, but your actions will get you through the board and stuff like that, get you moving around. One of those actions is, I think it's run or something like that, and it'll get you moved 2 spaces. So for you turn over your 1 action card, and you can move 2 spaces. So when it comes to the buildings, Alejandra can choose whatever room she wants to go in. She doesn't have to just go into the entrance. So if I wanted to, and it's a very imperative thing to finish this card before the adventure's over, otherwise you fail. I think that's what was happened. There's like so many different tasks going on, but so one of the benefits is if I want to move something, I don't have to waste my tokens or my moves. I can just jump into that room without having to wait another turn. So if I wanted to go to So if you follow the directions here from the entrance to this room, to that room, and then to this room, that would take me 4 steps. So I would have to use all my action tokens. But instead, Alejandro can say, if I want to go to this final theater room where I can watch, you can even see Mr. DNA. Look at me. I'm on the wall. Look at me. I'm in your blood. You could just jump straight to that room. So yeah, pretty awesome character. Like I said, I kind of saw that there was a new character, and it felt like everybody wants to be the ones that you know and love. But I was like, you know what? I want to be this new character. I know these other people. I don't know her yet. I want to get to know her and figure out who she is. So I jumped to that card pretty quickly. But yeah. Yes, definitely read more and watch the podcast to learn all about it, or listen to the podcast. But yeah. Yes, you got to convince people because, we played with 4 people. I think it's like up to 6 people. Does it say somewhere? I don't know. Well, it doesn't say that. I can see. But yeah, you can play with a bunch of people. They did say at one point you can actually just do one, but like that would be like impossible. I feel like that would be so difficult. But definitely try to get like 4 people so that you have the best opportunity to move across this board. But yeah, probably in front of the box. Let's see. Two to four. Oh, 2 to 4. Okay. Yeah, I should have looked there before. But yeah, it takes about, generally speaking, it takes about 24 hours to play through this thing, because it's about 2 hours for each adventure, and there's 12 different adventures, so it's going to be a long night. It's going to be a long time. So basically, you either find some really, really committed friends who will come over a bunch of times, or you just play with different people each time and kind of explain it and go along. And I think you can do that too. I don't think it'll be too bad to kind of catch people up. But if you have any more questions on this game, I'll for sure answer them. But if you don't, maybe we'll move on to our next thing here. So let's go over to, hopefully, I was trying to prepare for this, but I didn't do a great job. Let me see. So we'll go over to our next website here. Let's see if there's updates here. I don't know if they updated it yet. But there was some stuff that came out. Who they got? I don't remember if Owen was there or not. And the Fox. Okay, yeah. So it is pretty updated so far. I wanted to talk quickly about the new Mattel updates here. Look at that. Look at that. That looks pretty cool. I like how thick that Atrociraptor looks. That's pretty cool. Jokes aside, I think it looks pretty awesome. And I like how it's kind of differentiated between blue there. I think that's pretty cool. Is there more? Are there more pictures? It's just that. Oh, look at them. I swear, this is like such a bummer picture. It's like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Fox. You know what I gotta do? I don't want to do it, but I gotta do it. And then we got the Atrociraptor, like I was showing before. Looks so good. I think that's pretty cool. It's like, there's 4 of those Atrociraptors. I don't know which one this is supposed to be. Maybe tiger or something. Who knows? But it looks pretty cool. And that's a fun package. I like this different kind of packaging here. Apparently, a lot of people have been reporting that this one Not a great package. Everybody wants that beta. And they're stealing it right out of the package. Bummer. So that's not very fun. But speaking of beta, what's going on with Universal right now? Why will they not mention the name beta? They just absolutely refuse to say the word beta when it comes to this dinosaur. Like, why are they not committing to it? I still think that maybe there's a chance that, maybe they're saving it for like a big reveal, like a package of some sort that not a actual package, but like a press kit kind of thing where we see Owen Chris Pratt being like, oh, so a lot of this movie Blue is taking care of, a smaller version of Blue called Beta. It's her baby and all this stuff. And it's like a whole explanation thing talking about how it's possible and all that stuff, kind of refreshing people's memory about, what happens in these films and what happened in Jurassic World Aftermath and stuff like that. But yeah, I wonder why they're saving the name outside of seeing it on this package here and some soda cans. You're not really seeing it anywhere. There's like another, I think one more package that you see it on here, but like their Instagram, it was like Baby Blue versus something else, and they continually just mention Baby Blue, which I feel like at some point you're going to be so confused. The general public's going to be very confused about what this dinosaur is. Let's see what else. Anything else get updated here? I can't imagine they were able to update it all so quick, but yeah, there was the other one that says beta right there. Let me cut over to a different window here just for a second while I try to bring up. All right, here it is. All right, so Collect Jurassic. Since we were on Collect Jurassic's site, let's go ahead and continue on over there because there's been a bunch of different reveals that I wanted to kind of look at real quick. All right, so we got another one of those surprise egg things. Pretty big. I have one of them somewhere around here. Mega egg or something like that. This one has, wow, look at that. Whoa, look at that. What's happening? What is happening with this dinosaur? Oh my gosh, look at that. Sorry, folks. If you did not want to see that, I don't know what to tell you. But these toys are maybe revealing things. Who knows? What is happening? As I was zooming in, I was like, wait, what is it? Oh my God. But then we got these things over here. Let's see if I can, I can't click on them because I'm not signed in. Cool. Awesome. Thanks, Tim. No, that has nothing to do with Tim. Let me go over to the actual app here for a second. Oh, this app on iPad is just terrible. Let's see how this looks. There we go. Okay, not great. But can I zoom? Oh, it just zooms in the middle? For real? All right, so this is pretty cool. I think these are fun. They're like they're kind of goofy looking, almost Snap Squad-like. Raptors on me. Click trackers. Pretty cool, though. Look at that thing spinning around. Oh, there's so many of them. You got Atrociraptors in there. Looks like just regular raptors. So I wonder if they're like, I don't know, some of them, like that looks like a Atrociraptor. I know somebody mentioned maybe red. But that's pretty cool. I hope we get other raptors like that. That would be pretty awesome. We have these, cheaper versions, the value ones here. We've got the Therizinosaurus and the Giganotosaurus there. Pretty cool. Here these guys are again. Yeah, there's some Atrociraptors. And these are regular raptors, it looks like. Right? Yeah, they do look different. I would not say that either of those are blue, but you know that one Lego set had two baby raptors that were kind of really cool colors. So I wonder if maybe that's something like this. Maybe these are just, two baby raptors or something that we see in the film. What is that? What is it? Yeah, it looks like we all know what that looks like it is. And I don't know what that means. It looks like maybe like Brad X is coming into battle here. I don't know. Running after the van stance. Yeah, I love that stance. That stance is like, I gotta put this somewhere else. I cannot see it. That stance is like one of my favorite shots from Jurassic World. There we go. That's a little bit better for this one at least. Is that Ankylosaurus in the stickers bumpy or normal? Let's see. I can't feel it, Dave. I don't know what it feels like. It looks normal to me. I mean, it's hard to tell, but it kind of looks normal to me. Color-wise, it definitely looks like a bumpy color. But, what is happening?
Hello. I'm here to eat you. I'm a robot dinosaur.
Cachified controlled raptors. There you go, Dave. Maybe. Been saying that for a while. Some minis here. Oh, look at these. So I think this is pretty fun. I know a lot of people were poking fun at these ones. But I think that looks pretty awesome. I'm really digging that Therizinosaurus mask. These masks are so much fun. That one looks cool. And these claws are amazing. So I saw the mask without the claws, and I was like, oh, you know what we need? Those claws. And hey, here they are. We have, I think, all the masks. Not all the masks. There was a bunch of like, I think there was like different colored raptors or T-Rex or something like that. But we have the blue electric one. We have I think there's a blue smaller one, T-Rex, and the Indoraptor. Maybe, I don't know. And then we have the claws too, and we love those things here. Robot dinosaur Major Knight. Yeah, Robot Dinosaur might make reoccurring appearances here. I don't know. We'll have to see. Michael Crichton is rolling over. Maybe. Yep, there's going to be a lot of scratching. I can see it now. It's definitely happening. We got Super Colossal T-Rex, which that paint job looks pretty great. I really dig the T-Rexes that are the darker colors like this. I think they look much cooler. So I would love to have that, but I can't keep justifying like more and more Super Colossal. I think Matthew Brando said it best. It would be kind of great if they just stopped making the Super Colossal, which is, I don't want to say that because like, I'm mad that they're not going to be making the Amber collection anymore. But I think, Matt was saying like, let's stop the Super Colossal line and move into playset territory so that the playsets can now take up that bottom part of the shelf. But yeah, I agree. I think it would be nice to kind of, to make room for them, but it's hard to argue because these are so good. They are so fantastic, and the kids love these things. Like a Trociraptor, my God, that's so awesome. Like this one looks fantastic. Like that looks so good. But yeah, they just take up so much space on the shelf, but also your house. Like we have I think we only have 2 of them here. Yeah, I didn't get around to getting Blue or the Carno, but I think there's only the 2 others, right? Indominus and T-Rex. I think we have both of those. Colossus fun. Why? The Colossals are fun just because they're like brutes that you play with. They just like destroy everything. When you've got this thing, it's just massive and it's just taking out all of your entire playset that whatever you're playing with. And I've played with them a ton with my kids, and we just like destroy everything, eat all the mini dinosaurs or the bigger dinosaurs or the humans or Legos, whatever the case may be. There's always something around that they're just devouring. And they're just so cool, so well detailed. They look fantastic. And they're just fun. They're just really, really fun to play with. But yeah, more play sets would be awesome. And yes, Yaroslav, what's going on? We've joked about, I feel like this is something we joked about before. Did we joke about this on like the mailbag or something like that? Super Colossal Owen Grady. That would be so funny. Oh my gosh, I said I was going to keep this short. All right, so let's skim through the next portion here. Oh, look at this. These tiny TVs. These things are so much fun. I've seen like Back to the Future ones and stuff like that, so that's pretty cool. But that's it. I think that was all I wanted to show you. Yeah, that was about it. So some great stuff coming up. It just seems like constantly there's just new stuff coming out, and it's just wild how much is out there currently and how much is still to come. But yeah. Oh my gosh, why is this so big? Let's figure out the sizing here. It says, hey, Yaroslav, big fan of your art. Your recreation of the Lost World Jurassic Park mural is actually my PC background. Yes, fantastic. I think I have that one on my wall. Yeah, it's over there. But yeah. Always creating amazing art. So let's give it up for Yaroslav. You want a life-size cardboard stand Owen? Why not? Maybe, how about a Brad X? Maybe a Brad X would be good. We've got Boba Fett in this house, and we've got Beetlejuice. So we've got 2 different ones in our house here. So you could go ahead and get an Owen if you want to. I'm sure there's probably got to be one out there. But let's go ahead and move over to our final thing for the night. What are you talking about, Baby Beaver? Yes, I have a green screen. So what does that matter? Do we need a green screen? Let's go over to our final thing, which is actually over on Jurassic Outpost site. Here you go. Look at that. Oh, let's get rid of Carl's comment about life-size Owens. We finally have an official poster here, which is like not fitting. Is that my laptop or my iPad? It's like cutting it off. But it says here, let's see, let's go down. So Generation Jurassic, we finally have some details here. So basically, turns out April 28th, 7:30 to 10 p.m., all ages. It's going to be a reservation-only kind of thing. And it says, let's see, participate in a live Jurassic World Beyond the Gates panel discussion, plus Q&A with toy designers from Universal, Mattel, and Funko, including reveals of all new Target exclusive items. So basically, kind of like a little mini toy fair kind of thing, slash, what all these other toy companies are doing with their live streams and stuff like that, where they reveal different toys. You'll see that with Hasbro a lot recently, where they'll unveil like all these new and incredible Star Wars toys. So maybe something like that. Explore product displays of the latest and greatest toys, apparel, collectibles, and more. So I guess down there in the bottom, the lower level of the lower lot of Universal, maybe they'll have some display units out there with different things on there to buy. I wonder if it'll be different stuff then is typically on sale at Universal, because they have a good assortment of toys and apparel and collectibles and things like that. So I wonder if it'll be anything different. So you can ride Jurassic World the Ride. So that's pretty cool. Explore the kids area, Dino Play. Photo opportunities with your favorite dinosaurs and vehicles. So, Blue. And maybe some of those babies and probably the Triceratops will be there. I can't imagine anything else. I don't think there's not really anything else to take pictures with dinosaurs-wise, but at least the motor pool will be out there with some vehicles and stuff like that. And try your luck with giveaways of awesome Jurassic World products. So there we go. Limited capacity. So you got to stay tuned for more information on their website, JurassicOutpost.com. And there's going to be an RSVP link that'll go live somewhere where you can start making your way out there. And April 28th. So, I've been fairly critical of this event, but not only this event, but just Jurassic events in, totally here, because they tend to announce these things like so last minute. And that's such a big problem. I mean, look at right now, it's just barely over a month from April 28th, and April 28th is a Thursday night. So it's like, oh gosh, like you're only giving me a month to book tickets to California, and it's a Thursday night. That's tough. That's really tough. And you're only there for, a few hours. I don't know, I guess hanging out there in the lower lot. And that'll be really cool. I mean, that'll be cool to see, to have the panel there with all these different people who make these products. That'll be pretty awesome. And have exclusive reveals. I think that'll be great. I'm kind of imagining what they did at like San Diego Comic-Con or something like that, where they have like a cool little booth set up with a video, like a screen playing, and some like interviews and Q&A and stuff like that. So that'll be cool to see and hear what kind of stuff comes out of that. And maybe it'll be like a bunch of different Beyond the Gates in one, kind of, instead of, just one a month. You will get a few different kind of reveals there. So that would be kind of cool. That's about it though. Like that's about the only real thing that you can take away. Like the pictures and stuff, you can get pictures, not with the vehicles, but you can get pictures with the dinosaurs any day of the week when you're in the park. You can play Dino Play any day, ride the ride any day. You can explore displays and things. Maybe there's different items, but you can do that any day of the week. Giveaways, that's a new thing. So no screenings of any sort, unfortunately. It doesn't seem like, they're going to be like, hey, here's a nice screening of Jurassic World Dominion. No. Here's the first 10 minutes of Jurassic World Dominion. It doesn't seem like it. And nothing else. So it's kind of a bummer that it's so minimal. If you're out there already, if you're in the area, this is great. This is going to be fun. I think it's going to be really cool. But I don't... And the thing is, it's limited anyway. It's limited capacity. So we don't really know what kind of capacity it is. It's just limited. So might not be a lot of opportunity to even go to this in general. No pun intended. But it might be hard to get to it. So hopefully, I know a lot of people were like instantly buying tickets when they heard it was going to be that date. And, it's kind of jumping the gun a little bit because we don't really know what the timeline is, what the festivities are, what the ticket-wise, what's going on there. and it's very limited. So we'll see how many people can actually get into this event. But it's like I'm saying, if you're in California, somewhere around LA, you can drive out there, maybe take you an hour, hour and a half, however long. It sounds like it's worth it. It sounds like it'll be fun. I always love going to a theme park like beyond the working hours. I think that's always a really cool thing to do. I'm assuming that it's it says 7:30 to 10. When I was just there the other day, it closed at 5. So, okay. And I was in California the other day. So, who knows? But I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be pretty cool. And anytime you get a bunch of Jurassic fans together, that'll be awesome. That'll be cool. And I'm interested to see what kind of information comes out of the panel. I think that'll be pretty cool. I just think, which I don't know where the issue lies. And I was talking to somebody about this earlier today. When it comes to, can I open this up in like a bigger, let's see. There we go. That's pretty cool. When it comes to events and things like that being teased in our community, in the Jurassic fan community, I don't know if it's the fault of the teaser or the fans. And this has happened many, many times, not specifically with just this event, but, well, talk about Beyond the Gates in general. No pun intended. But back when Beyond the Gates was teased or something like that, I forget what the specific details were surrounding how that promotional thing was teased. I don't know if you all remember or not, but I remember specifically the fandom kind of getting extra hyped about what Beyond the Gates may be. When it was announced, some of those people were like, "Oh, you're just revealing toys? Oh, well, that's dumb." Which I don't think that's true. I think that's pretty awesome. But for some reason, this fandom tends to get like really, really overhyped. And I wonder if that's just the fact that like we don't get a lot of things. We're not like, showered with tons of products and events and theme park stuff and movies and TV shows and all this wealth of content. We don't really get a ton. We have our fair share, but we don't get a ton of stuff. So I think whenever something is teased, a lot of fans, we all tend to kind of like overanalyze, get extra hyped. And then when it doesn't turn out to be what we want it to be, it's a big disappointment. So I think that plays into like what happened here and what happened in other things. And this happens all the time, it seems like, in this community. So I think we just have to kind of chill and just kind of take things in and see what happens and not give a lot of expectation to things that we don't really know, what's happening yet. So that was the case with this is, I've seen a lot of people say that they're disappointed, underwhelmed. I see it right there. And yeah, I think in our heads, especially after JP25, which JP25 was a pretty cool event, right? They had a lot of cool stuff out there. They could have made it better. Same thing with this. It could be more. But with JP25, there was that preview of Fallen Kingdom. They showed Jurassic Park in the theater. It's literally the same place. What are they doing? Why are they not doing those things? They had cast members out there. Colin, I think, was there, right? I think Jeff Goldblum was there. Maybe Laura Dern. I don't remember. I wasn't there because they announced it too late. So I wish, maybe there was more to this event. I definitely wish there was more to it. I wish they were more transparent earlier. 1 month is just not cutting it. Wish it wasn't on a Thursday. I have a lot of thoughts about it. I wish there was more to this. I wish there was more involvement, I think, from the fan community. I wish there was much more in terms of, festivities. It seems like this is an event that needs some bolstering. Like it needs something else, right? I know a lot of people have looked at the list and think, it looks fine, but there's not a ton of stuff there. But I think they could have bolstered it a little bit with fan things out there that really would have made this extra special. If you have, which I've always referenced, like Star Wars Celebration. We've never gotten anything to that level. JP25 was not even at anywhere near that level. It was a nice event, but it wasn't a Star Wars Celebration. And one of the best things that they do with that is they give people plenty of time and notice. You buy your tickets. It's very apparent what's happening outside of surprises. And you know that you're going to get some good surprises when it comes to Star Wars Celebration. But the fan interaction, the things that you can do and see and buy, and people are booking bars and restaurants outside of Star Wars Celebration to host different things and have gatherings and meetups and all this fun stuff. Star Wars Celebration has usually, I don't know if they still do or anything, but they usually have a podcast like stage where all the different podcasts from the Star Wars community, not all of them, but lots of them, gather together and do like live podcasts. How cool would that be? You get us out there. You get, in general, you get see Jurassic Right. You get missing compies. I'm probably gonna miss people on the fly here, and that's really bad of me. But there's so many different shows out there now that you could have a really, really awesome event of Jurassic podcasts or artwork alleys. You have artists out there. Yaroslav was in here before. Get him out there. Get different artists out here. Mike Spires, Jay Jurassic. Get people out there that can do an artist alley. A Neo Jurassic, there you go. Like I said, I'm saying this on the fly. And there you could have so many different aspects to an event like this that it feels like it's just hyper focused on one thing. And if you're not a fan of the toys, who cares? I care. I mean, I'm a fan of the toys. But if you don't collect toys, you can love Jurassic and not care about toys at all. And that's fine. That's awesome. If that's the way you want to do it, then that's the way you want to do it. That is not a generation that, like, they're excluding people out there, So I think it would be awesome if they included the Generation Jurassic. Sounds big. That sounds big. That sounds like Star Wars Celebration. Generation Jurassic. Like that sounds very big. So I wish it lived up to the hype. Yeah. I don't know. It's kind of a bummer, but I think what is offered sounds pretty cool. I think it sounds pretty cool if you're in the LA area. If you're not in the area, then I can't justify going out there unless you have some money to waste and you're fine with taking a flight and going out there on a Thursday night. A Thursday, whatever. Taking off school, work, whatever the case may be. Is there school? Yeah, there's school. I forget what time does school go in these days. I don't remember. But it just seems like a missed opportunity in so many ways. I wish that Universal would kind of model things a little bit more off of Star Wars in this case with Celebration. It's kind of a bummer that we're not getting that. Oh, yeah, and, Jurassic World Evolution 2. They could have Jurassic World Evolution 2 gaming booths and stuff like that where you set up and you play and you build. You have competitions, whatever the case may be. Like, how cool would that be? There's so many things you could do. You could have Tess Sharp out there showing off the latest Maisie book, talking about writing about that book. You could have, what else is happening out there in the world of Jurassic? You've got the toys. You could have books. You could have podcasts. You could have literally anything. What else? Name some things that are happening. The Folio Society could be out there. You could have a booth with, this book here and this book here, the cookbook. Like you could have a fun booth where they give you ingredients and you build food. You know exactly what I mean. So there's so many things that you could do. You could have the people who made the whatever the name of that big book is, the one that just came out that has it's like the ultimate history or whatever. You have people out there talking about that, sign in their books. I got so many book ideas. Apparently that's all I have is book ideas. You got other books. Lego. Like I don't think they mentioned Lego. I don't think they did. But there's so many opportunities I think that you could utilize and things that you could utilize for an event like this to make it special for a generation of Jurassic fans. And it doesn't seem like they did that. See what you guys are saying. Where can I put this where you can see it? All right, so Jared is still on the fence about RSVPing for Generation Jurassic. Very interested. It's a little over an hour's drive. Okay, now we know where Jared lives. A little over an hour from Universal. I would say it's worth it. I mean, I don't know what the price tag is, but I think it would be worth it for you to drive a little over an hour. I definitely think it would be worth it for you. You get to, whether this event is fulfilling or not, you get to go to the theme park, ride the ride. You get to meet with other Jurassic fans, check out some merch. That sounds fun. If you're in New Jersey, that's a different story. And yes, they have the big Triceratops out there, which is awesome. They brought that out 2 days after I was there. I was like, oh, come on. I was just there. No big three. Sorry, Steve. No big three. Unless there's surprises, but they didn't say anything about special surprises even, to entice more people. Yeah, Charity's right. If it's within an hour, go. Definitely go. It would be cool if we got a new Lego game, but Siaka, stay on point. We're not talking about that. Do the podcast from there. I would love to. I think that would be fantastic to do that. Actually, what did I do? I think it might have been around the 25th anniversary. I think maybe I had kind of inquired about doing it out there. And there was a lot of confusion as to how that would happen. And I'm like, if you're cool with it, let me figure out the details. Don't worry about how it's going to sound. I can figure that out. But I think it would be fantastic. How many live, I've recorded live in so many different places with so many people, and it all sounds fine. It doesn't matter. I would love to record out there with people. I think that would be awesome. Night Raptor was hoping it would be in Orlando. Yeah, me too. I would love it if something would be in Orlando. I think that park is more suited for an event. Daniel says, underwhelming, but if they update it to have some of the cast members, or at least the Kirby family, a Kirby family member, I'll be traveling across the U.S. to go. Yes, and Daniel has a podcast too. Let's talk about Jurassic Park 3 out at this event. That would be fantastic. Please. Yeah, we might have to reach out to somebody like Orlando Informer. Yeah. After hours event, Universal. That would be so good. Even if we had gotten earlier heads up for the event, I probably would still end up not going. Seems cool, just not much of a traveler. I mean, that's fair if you're not much of a traveler. And in the case of this event, like this specific event, maybe if we got early warning, maybe you still wouldn't go because maybe it's still not worth it to you. But I think it kind of singles out a lot of people that would go but can't because it's, it's happening so late in the game. Maybe the 30th will be more special, hopefully. There are more Jurassic podcasts? Yes, there's plenty. There are so many Jurassic podcasts out there. Like I just said, Stuck on Sorna. Oh, and I didn't mention Cretaceous Dave and the Cretaceous Campcast. New guy. Hey, man. Brand new. Actually, speaking of, literally was just listening to it today. Hey, look at that. I'm in the middle of a bonus episode 4. So I was listening to that today. Let's see. We've got, like I said, in general, we've got us. We've got others. Missing Compies. Jurassic Unicast does some stuff from time to time. See Jurassic Right. Neo Jurassic. Who else is out there? I know there's others. I'm blanking. But that's a good thing that I'm blanking on names, to be honest, because there was a time where it was just like 3 or 2 or 1 or however many. And now there's so many that, like, that's awesome. That's what we want. We want more Jurassic podcasts. So, man, imagine a stage, a small stage off to the side somewhere else. Doesn't have to be in the main mix. But how cool would that be to have a stage with live shows that you can literally watch a live stream in person? Dave says it's basically Beyond the Gates live show and not much else. I mean, yeah, they're not advertising it as anything else, too. So what I was talking about with the expectation thing, I think that's what we kind of need to manage the expectation of things. And sorry, I just gotta look at this. Look at this, so creepy looking. Yo, I can't even look at that. That's so creepy looking. I'm looking at this baby monitor, and like there's a closet, and it just looks like there's a person standing in this closet. You can't see it. That's very creepy looking. Okay, moving on. Now I'm creeped out. Awesome. Anyway, yeah, but it's not even advertised as anything else at this point. So I think, leveling the expectations a little bit definitely helps. It's a good name used poorly in context. Could have been used for something bigger. Generation Jurassic sounds awesome, but not for this. Should have been named something different. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why it wasn't Beyond the Gates Live. Beyond the Gates Live works perfect. Tells you what it is. If you're a fan, you already know what it is. It works for the park gates. Like, it literally works perfectly for the park, the theme park. Yeah, I don't know. Generation Jurassic doesn't sound like this event, so it sounds like a bigger festive thing. I don't know. Multi-day JP convention would be cool. I agree. Cosplay. I mean, yeah, you can definitely do cosplay even to this. Jurassic cooking class. Exactly. How cool would that be? I mean, even if you're just out there making like hummus or something, like if you're just like putting a dinosaur footprint in there. I don't care what it is. Like, how cool would that be to have like some small like burners and like a little table that's not like a huge investment. And then you just make some stuff, and that'd be awesome. That'd be so cool. And then when you're done, you sell the book. Or it's like a paid class or something like that, where you pay $50 to do this class, but you also get the book at the end of it. Like, that's awesome. Baby Beaver, are you done talking and screaming? No, I'm not done talking or screaming. Both are still going to keep happening. Keep ranting. Hopefully they'll steal these ideas for the future. Yeah, just what I want. Steal away, I guess. You know what? Steal away, because we have fun stuff. We have fun ideas and things, like specifically last year, we did the big, live stream event where we included many community members, and we had people from writing books from Jurassic World, the exhibition, so many artists, and I don't even remember at this point. There was so much involved in our live stream event. It was 8 hours long, and it was awesome. There were so many people involved, and specifically at the end, you had awesome people like submitting videos and things like that, and being a part of the live stream itself. And that's the kind of event that, like, I want to see out there in the world. So we'll keep doing that. So don't worry. They don't need to steal those ideas. They don't know Beta's name. You expect them to know what the fans want. What's up, Lori? Hello. Jay Wolf is definitely going. I'm glad to hear that. You have to report back. Come back here the week after. We'll talk about it. Charity says, I agree about live podcasts. We recorded a podcast episode at WDW on the 50th. It was fine. Yeah, perfectly fine. Have I recorded anything in a theme park before? I don't think so. I've recorded in a movie theater, in restaurants, outdoor restaurant, at a car convention, in a car while driving. So many different I can't even think. There's definitely other places that I've done it live, and it always sounds fine. So I know, like, when I asked about it years ago, they were like concerned about the quality, like the sound. I'm like, don't worry about that. I can figure that out. And yes, we need more support of JP3. We do. We definitely do. And you're killing it. So keep killing it. Make a Camp Cretaceous hotel experience. I mean, yes, do that. That sounds fantastic. With the Star Cruiser out there, Galaxy's Edge in your picture, we need a Jurassic experience at a Universal Park. I know they do have a Jurassic themed room at one of the hotels, but it would be awesome to have an experience. Like, you check in to Jurassic World and you go to different viewing platforms to watch dinosaurs, or experience different things. I've got too many ideas. I got to stop giving away free ideas. Okay? Universal, come here. I'm tired of talking. All right? I'm tired of talking and screaming. Whoever said that? Baby Beaver? What does the book scene look like for JP? Like, that's where this all started, but I feel like there's no real emphasis on future book content. Maybe post-Dominion, or maybe I've had my eyes closed. You've had your eyes closed a little bit. Tess Sharp, who wrote The Evolution of Claire, has 2 Maisie novels coming out. They're called the Maisie Lockwood Adventures or something like that. One is called Off the Grid. There's 2 of them coming in. One's coming in June, and I think the other one's coming in August. So keep your eyes peeled. I don't know if that's up your alley or not. They're for younger readers. But you're right. Like, there is not, which is just mind blowing. Like you said, this was built on books. Why are there not more? I don't get it. Sorry. Not related, but on this month's Jurassic Mailbag, I listened to it recently, and when James wrote you the annoying misspelled email, it cracked me up. Yes, James likes to do stuff like that on purpose. He's like, check your email. I sent you an email, but don't read it. Wait until the show. And then he wrote like the worst email, and I had to try to read it. So yeah. And yes, Beyond the Gates Live is a perfect name. You can picture it right there. You don't need a banner. You can put special event at the park in the banner, and then put what is it called? Beyond the Gates Live. Fantastic. That's perfect. Because this event isn't anything else. And I'm being very critical of the event. I'm not trying to be critical of the people who are doing this outpost and stuff like that. I'm being critical of what the event is and what it was intended to be in a way, not necessarily the people involved in it. So don't misconstrue. But yeah. A lot. I don't know what you're talking about, but hey, let's even bring live goats. You want a picture with a goat? So you could just stand next to it and be like, where's the goat? And then take a picture instead of saying cheese. Now my ideas are running pretty slim. So I think it was 2 years. I think it was in 2020. The trademark for Generation Jurassic came out, and everybody was wondering, what is this going to be? I really want to go back and listen to our episodes. If it was 2 years ago, it would have been... we definitely talked about it in the Jurassic Wire, so I'd be interested to hear about that. Universal, call your boy. I'm here. Special event Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here. What are you doing? But yeah. Anyway, I think that about wraps it up. I'm looking forward to seeing more from this event. Congratulations to everybody at Outpost for getting this set up. But yeah, hopefully it's fun. I think it will be fun. Like I said, anytime you get Jurassic fans together, it'll be awesome. So if you do go out there, if you do decide to make the trip, awesome. Good on you. If it doesn't sound worth it to you money-wise, then don't throw your money away. I'm sure there will be plenty of coverage from people. If I can't get out there, which I don't think I'm going to be able to, but if I can, I'll get some coverage. If I can't, I'll still try to get some coverage through people. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what is revealed. I think that's really, really cool to have different reveals out there, to have photo ops and things like that. Less crowds than usual, getting to ride the ride. Hopefully they turn the water down so you don't get soaked at a special event. I don't want to be soaked at a special event. So I went on this ride for the first time ever the other day. Didn't get wet at all the first time. Well, a few drops. Second time, sun's coming down. It's getting kind of chilly in California. Near freezing. It was very cold. I got soaked. So I don't want to get soaked. Steve's out there doing the hard work. We just went back. Did you when did you do this? You went back and listened. It was the May 2020 Jurassic Wire. Wow. Let me see. I'm not going to pull it up here, but I have notes. Let's see. Where that's June. Okay, so here's May 2020. Let's see what my notes say. Oh, first topic of the night, Generation Jurassic. Congratulations, Steve. Wow. Today we'll be discussing Generation Jurassic, a new era of Jurassic content. Where's that? and Camp Cretaceous toys and art style. But before all that, let's welcome in Aaron Beyer. So, and that literally, I have my intro for those notes, and then I just have those 3 topics. Generation Jurassic, Frank Marshall's New Era was apparently 2 years ago we talked about that, and Camp Cretaceous. How was that New Era stuff 2 years ago? Oh my gosh. That is wild. Yikes. Well, thank you. Yeah, you looked it up last week. Okay. So I'm gonna have to download that and take a listen because I wanna hear it again and hear if we we're anywhere near it. Maybe you can fill me in. Were we anywhere near it? Did we get anything near it close wise? I don't know. Wire, do then and now with Aaron's thoughts. It's podcast gold, I'm sure. Actually, I don't think we're going to be able to do a Jurassic Wire this month, unfortunately. There's a lot going on. And I don't think we're going to get around to doing a Jurassic Wire this month. But try to do something. I don't know. Figure it out. It's supposed to be the next episode, and I don't have it figured out. So we'll figure that out when the time comes. I've been so busy recently. I didn't have a chance to catch up on all this stuff. But yeah, I feel like a lot of times the Jurassic Wire and this live stream, we cover a lot of the same stuff. So it kind of becomes hard, but we'll see what we can do. Two years ago, you did not exist on your channel. Man. Well, I guess back then I didn't have to hear about me screaming and drinking water and green screens. Wire is my favorite segment. But there you go. It's a great segment. I think it's a great segment. But yeah, so I'm excited to hear what we talked about. But Generation Jurassic, go, don't go, have fun, stay at home, whatever the case is. It looks like a fun event. If you're in California, I would say it looks like a fun event. If you're not there, view it from afar. Just see what other people are saying because I don't know if you want to shell out a lot of money. Because once you start adding things up, I think I was looking up last week and I was like, oh, surprisingly, flights are only like $200. Okay, that's not bad. But then I'm like, all right, I'll probably get like a night or two at a hotel. Okay, now we're talking like $500 for like 2 nights probably. So that's like $700. And then like whatever the price of this thing is, I don't know how much it's going to be. And then merch. And I'm talking about, and this is only me. If I'm just flying myself, I'm like over $1,000. And it's also my wife's birthday. So I'm not flying myself. I would have to bring her in too, and not have to, but like she would have to come as well because we got to celebrate the birthday. So that's a lot of money for a Thursday night. So, I don't know. But I appreciate each and every person for being in here tonight. Thank you so much for hanging around. And as usual, please head over to our website, JurassicParkPodcast.com, and check out our episode this week where we talked about Jurassic World, The Legacy of Isla Nublar. And you can check out the interview with Deirdre and Ruby, talking all about the game itself. And sorry, I'm reading the comments as well. And you get to hear all about the experience that we had out in Hollywood playing Jurassic World, The Legacy of Isla Nublar. It's such a fun game. It is so much fun. So while some events may disappoint, I think there's a lot of cool merch out there and a lot of fun things to... I don't want to copy that. That's my own image. I made it myself. There's a lot of fun stuff out there. So I think it's a good time to be a Jurassic fan right now. So definitely go over to JurassicParkPodcast.com to check out all that stuff. Head over to our Twitter. You guys are on Twitter, right? At Jurassic Park Pod. Or you can go to our Instagram at Jurassic Park Podcast. Cares about Facebook? You don't need to go there. Just delete it. And we're on TikTok. So you can go over there and watch some TikToks, I guess, if you want to. Yes, listen to the podcast in all those different places over there. So that's pretty cool. And of course, you can follow me. I am at Brad Jost on Twitter. You can check out my other podcast, Grinning Hosts, established in 2018. Grinning Hosts. I can't even say the name of this podcast. I always fumble it because I'm used to saying Grinning Ghosts, which is a song from the Haunted Mansion. But we are hosts, and I'm a Jost host, the whole thing. So yeah, you got to check it out. We talk about theme parks, and do I do other things? I'm on the Forcecast last week or so, talking about lightsaber battles. I'm gonna be on it again this week, talking about what is like the best content that you can come up with to be TV shows on Disney Plus. So we came up with like a bunch of different ideas for TV shows for Disney Plus. So definitely check that out when it posts. And yes, Charity, I should just definitely say GGH. GGH. Guys, go check out, where do I point? GGH. There you go. Boom. Check it out. Download it. It's definitely not family friendly. So, don't listen with the kids. But yes, hopefully we'll get our chance at a big Jurassic event someday. That would be great. I was just in Orlando. We should have done it. It should have happened. I did have a chance to meet a few different fans out there, which was pretty awesome. Literally just ran into one, and then another we set up to meet. So it's a good time. It's a good time, and it's a good place. There's so many Jurassic fans in the Orlando area. Yeah. Disney, call your boy. What are you doing? I got free ideas galore, and I'm screaming again. Let me drink that water. I don't know why I'm doing this, Steve. Why do I give out all my free ideas? All right, everybody. I got to go come up with some more free ideas. Have a good night.